Hey, so you might be noticing that there is a huge amount of light that's coming through right now. You might be. You might not be noticing it. And I'm going to try and unpack this for you because Spirit has been giving me so many downloads this morning, so many, really powerful insights into you name it, like so much. I'm doing my best to get it all down. It's going to go into my book. It'll be there. But there's two big things that are coming through right now that they want me to come and talk to you guys about because it's pertinent to what we're going through. This is something that we're experiencing right now. And so we have a ton of light coming through, ton of light, huge amounts of light coming in. This is a good thing. This is a good thing for everybody because the light is what we want. You guys, the simplicity, we don't want the dark, we want the light. That's, try and make it really simple. We don't want the density, we want the light. And here's the thing, and let me know in the comments, are you receiving this light? Are you receiving it and feeling the light? It's funny because they've been doing this the other day too. We had this, I think it was Saturday night, maybe. Huge light codes were coming in. And I just had this like huge all-encompassing wave of joy and bliss and gratitude. And they just showed me like this massive heart and just to feel that, just like to bask in the joy of all of that, goodness. And so I did a post for it. I put the post because they were showing me these hearts and they were showing me that we, look at all the stuff that you're feeling and this is wonderful. And so I did the post. And unfortunately, there were a lot of you guys who were like not feeling the love. You were like still feeling the density. And listen, there's no shame or blame or judgment on that if you're not feeling the light. Because remember, they're just signposts. When we're not feeling the light, it's just a signpost for us to be like, okay, so I need to go in that direction because on that path is some work that I need to do. And so they're showing me what's happening is for those who are not receiving the light, who are not in a place where they're able to hold the light, bring the light in, work with the light. If that's where you are right now, it's just because you are energetically full. That's the simplicity of it. And they just showed me this, just, when you're going grocery shopping, when you've got, all of the things that you want to go and get and buy and bring home. But the proper way to do the grocery shopping is the best way. The best way to do the grocery shopping is to go in and take an inventory of what you already have, right? That only makes sense. So you should open up your fridge. You should probably clean your fridge out. Do the same thing in your cupboards, get rid of anything that's expired, anything that that you've just been hanging on for too long, that you're never going to make it, that casserole that you said you were going to make, or that bundt cake that you said you were going to make. You get out the garbage can and you just throw out the stuff, right? So then when you go grocery shopping and you're getting all of the new stuff, then it all fits nicely in your fridge and your cupboards, right? That's like that harmonious, magical, everything fits. And so that's where we are right now. And this is what they want us to acknowledge. If that light is coming in and you're not able to use it, you're not bringing it in, you're not feeling inspired by it, you're not, your physical body's not healing through it, you're not feeling the positive effects of it emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, all of it, then it's time to take an energetic inventory, right? This is really, really important. And this is something that you need to do today. It's so important that you do this. Don't bypass it. Don't be like, because here's the part 2 of this that's really important. And let us know in the comments. Be honest with us. We're all showing up being raw and real, right? There's no judgment. I always say there's no ascended masters among us. When I show up for you guys, I'm showing up because I'm working through my shit too, right? So just let's be honest about this, because they're telling me that we can become spiritually complacent. And feel into that a little bit. I had to really feel into that word complacent. Remember, some words that we have on this planet have hidden meanings behind them, right? There is like hidden vibrational frequencies within them, and we're not always just to take them at face value. And so when they kind of unpacked that word for me in aspect to, somebody who's on their spiritual journey, somebody who's on their spiritual ascension, who's on their awakening, that spiritual complacent. And it's really interesting because there's so many different ways to interpret that word vibrationally. And one is like, it's very, very, in the box, right? The being in a box of like the squares, the hard corners, nothing soft, no round edges, right? So there's that meaning about it. And then there's also like this, they're saying right now, it's very maze-like. It's very, okay. And just as in to our path. So I've got all the books. I've read all the books. I've taken the classes. I've done the meditations. I do the breath work. I do the journaling. I play the singing bowls. All the stuff that we've done, all of the stuff that we do. It creates a bit of a maze for us. This is what they're showing us. It creates a bit of a maze, and they're showing that many of us can get stuck in that maze, right? So it becomes this, I already know all this stuff. I already know about meditation. I already know about mindfulness. I already know about peace and gratitude, and right? It becomes this. And what that does is that puts us in that box, right? It puts us in the box, and then that creates a holding pattern for us energetically, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And when that happens, when we're in that box, you cannot be clearing energy the way we need to, at the rate we need to right now. You can't have the capacity. That'd be like, walking up to your fridge and you've got your hands are in your pockets, right? It's almost like that kind of, I don't want to use the word laziness about it, but maybe it is, because maybe there's a bit of ego and pain body tied into that. And it just becomes this very, I've done it all. I know it. And this is not the answer right now. Let me know if that's kind of how you're feeling. If there's like that kind of like, it's almost like a spiritually snobbish, right? But we're being spiritually snobbish to ourselves, if that makes any sense. And because we're doing that, it's like we can't receive the light fully. And so in order to do that, we need to be like, there's just Spirit saying, yeah, that letting go, that releasing is coming in again. It's like that, letting go of the things that no longer serve us. So going back to that spiritual inventory, find out for you today, you need to unpack the stuff that you have right now. Unpack it. So just really, really be mindful. Come from a place of compassion. And Spirit's just showing me that sometimes it will help to like just to kind of categorize it. The same way that when you're putting your fridge away and you've got like the dairy here and you've got the fruit here and the vegetables here. You know how when you're doing that in your fridge, do that right now with your life. Just be like, okay, so here's my relationships, here's my health, here's my spiritual foundation. Go through and create kind of these categories, and then go through kind of like do an energetic, awareness, right? An energetic kind of like gathering, a cleaning, and go through and go, okay, so yeah, you know what? So this is showing up for me, and do it as an observer. Don't do it as I'm coming in here to clean this up. I'm going to throw out the garbage. Don't come in with that kind of energy. Come in more with Spirit's just showing me, if you were a cleaner, if that was your job, you were a cleaner and you were cleaning somebody else's dirty fridge, You would probably want to take the approach of like maybe humming or singing a song while you were doing it. Maybe you got your earbuds in, you're listening to your favorite music, you're dancing, you're kind of moving while you're doing the cleaning. They're showing me do that approach to cleaning as compared to the like, oh my God, I hate cleaning this fridge. Oh, this fridge is horrible and it sucks and I hate this job. You see the two, right? You see the two. And you can see the two different approaches and how they will serve you, right? Does that make sense? So go through that today. Go through your energetic inventory so that you have the awareness of what's there and what needs to go and what needs to be released. Spirit's just showing me this, and I feel like this is part 2, and we'll probably have to go more in detail about this. But they're showing me that there are several different stages to our ascension, to our spiritual awakening. And they're saying that the most dominant right now on the planet is kind of like this stage 1. And a lot of souls are still stuck in this stage 1. And the stage 1 is, this is about them, it's not about me. Anyone else spent way too much time in that particular stage of their awakening? Yeah. Okay. And maybe you're recognizing it within yourself. Maybe you're recognizing it with others that are showing up around. And the little, brain warp thing that our human brains do to us is they try and tell us that that's different. When we see others doing that, when we see others doing this is all about you, not about me, we see them doing it and we're like, oh, look they're in stage 1. But we don't remember that if we can see it, it's because we're in stage 1 with them. It's true, guys. It's true. It's true. As the one who sits there and is like easily to like point the finger at other people for the stuff that's happening. Like, why is this happening to me again? Why is all this bad stuff happening to me? Yeah. It's happening because it's there for you to work on. It hasn't left yet. You didn't finish it. You left the class way too soon. You weren't ready. So now you're being called back. You're being called back. And I know it sucks to have to repeat things. I know, trust me, I did like grade 9 algebra 3 times. I'm scrambling my numbers with that there. It sucks when you have to do things that you feel like, I did it, I'm done. It totally sucks when you have to do it again. But there is something to be said for that because, for those of us who go into the class over and over again, we, tend to be the top of the class at some point. At some point, we're like, yeah, I've done this. I've done it numerous times. I am like a pro at this. I can do it in my sleep. And I feel like that might be where many of us are in the stage 1. But we're at the top of the class, guys. We are at the top of the class. So just kind of like use that as incentive to keep going. Just use it as incentive to keep you motivated. But do yourself a favor. Explore that inventory today and let us know. Maybe throughout the day, you'll just pop into the post and leave a comment and be like, yeah, oh, you know what? I did some cleanup, some unpacking, and this showed up for me. And I thought it was gone. But yeah, there it was. It was sitting in the back corner hiding, growing some mold on it, right? Feel into that and just kind of like have some fun with it. Do it like, again, Spirit showing me, pretend you're putting your earbuds in and you're dancing to your favorite music while you're scrubbing out your fridge, right? Do that. As you go in and you connect with yourself, have some fun. Don't make it so serious. Don't make it so downhearted. Don't make it just a chore, another chore that you have to do. Be like, you know what? I'm going to get off my phone right now. I'm going to shut off my whatever device that I'm hooked up to right now. And I'm just going to go in and do an energetic inventory. Woohoo! I'm doing an energetic inventory. Let us know what you guys find. And I promise you, again, it's like that. It's so much easier sometimes to do, when we like put it off for so long, that's when the things start to get really, really dense within us. So this is your opportunity, because so much light's coming in right now. Here's your opportunity to like power clean. Sending you guys huge, huge